जय श्री कृष्णा, नमस्कार, प्रणाम डॉक्टर साहब, कैसे हैं आप?
प्रणाम।
तो हमारी जो हैप्पीनेस है, इट इज it comes out of multiple factors that include our relations or comforts in terms of the resources that we have, the money that we are making, etc., etc. But today we will talk in the context of Sharanagati, how human relations are affected uh, by Sharanagati. के आप अपनी जीवन में बताइए. Let me begin from the negative side. What is it that you think is the key cause for conflicts in relations?
Just the conflicts in relation, as we all know, we discuss about ego. If you have a powerful ego, very strong ego, then it will create you problems. Problems at job, problems at home, problems with your children, with your spouse. Because you have a very strong ego that I like this, I don't like this, I believe this, I don't believe this. Stronger the I, more the problems. So that I can only go away, as we discussed before, with the service. Either you render service to the public outside or render service at home. If you render service to your wife and children, you are very likable father or husband. And if you are very demanding, let's say, then people will stay away from you. No, because you are like a like a gasoline. No, you can flare up anytime. So if you are mature and you don't have very powerful ego means a desire to have something. I want this, and if that doesn't happen, I am mad. Two things happen. No, so if you don't have that, and if you want to lessen it, it is by service. So you serve your family, you serve your children, you serve your wife, and that comes out of love. And so the love will bring devotion will. And then if you are very nice, you say, okay, whatever you want, I want to do it. Then you have taken Sharanagati. मीन्स जो जो आपके फैमिली की इच्छा है वो आपकी इच्छा बन गई, आपका कोई डिमांड नहीं है. सो जो तुमको हो वही बात करेंगे, वो हो गया. नो, सो so then you are very likable.
Okay, let me give you a scenario. So earlier we talked about increasing sattvic guna and all that, and having Sharanagati means thinking or man manava mat bhakto. Now, if Dr. Atul Chokshi is having a class on Gita, let's say every evening, and you meaning one individual, he wants to attend it. Now, his family members doesn't want him to attend, him or her to attend it. So there is a conflict there. So now, what you said, out of love you do because you don't have any preference, but you will have to have preference in order for you to grow in your sadhana also. So there will be chances of potential conflict.
Yes. So you in that situation you try to explain that this is very worthy cause, this is very good path, maybe you can join with us. And as a, you do, you at least you don't steal time from them. No, so that okay, it is 1 hour, I attend it once a week. What's a big deal? I'm going to do it because it's very helpful and I think it is a good idea. So then you stand for good cause and good path. So that should not upset anybody in the family.
So this is just one example I gave
No,
you.
that happens because every individual's interest is different. So,
And in good old days, we have seen that, especially earlier, mostly mothers or females were kind of more in practice of dharma. तो वो मंदिर जाना चाहती थी, तो पति कहते थे नहीं क्यों जाती हो, वगैरह वगैरह. So even now there are many cases. I just want to go little more deep in this situation where You feel, or we are just talking about husband wife, but there are other uh, relations also. So you think differently, meaning one individual thinks differently. We are not judging good or bad, and there are there are occasions when, for certain decisions, you get into a situation that leads to sort of flaring up of emotions, and family members are angry, etc. So now, taking the example of one person or one sadhaka who we say is moving towards Sharanagati, how would he behave in those kind of situations?
Yeah, because the choices will be different. Maybe you like to play golf and your wife wants to go for a music program. Those things will happen, no? So even in the worldly things it will happen. So you try to adjust and see from time to time how we don't make a big issue out of it. That's why God has given 24 hours. If you are reading for 1 or 2 hours the scriptures, so you're not taking anything from away from your family. So that is your choice. How you want to spend the free choice, how you want to spend your time, what you value, and what you want to pursue. So so that will there will be differences, these kind of subtle differences, but as long as the understanding is there, the family is together, there is no problem. But this thing will definitely be there.
Yeah. So now, if I put it differently, then if there is harmony in relationships, it is also related to an individual's harmony with himself or herself. So, what we are talking in the context of Sharanagati is getting clarity about having harmony with yourself, whether you are male or female or whatever. So
Mhm.
let us talk a little bit more, because situations would be different and different, and they
Yeah.
will not always be the way you like them.
Yes.
So how to maintain internal harmony and not get caught up in that why it did not happen this way, etc. How Sharanagati helps in such sort of a chaotic potential environment which may affect one's mind.
I mean, you are on the spiritual path. Say you are, and you want to go all the way to the Saranagati. Your spouse or children may not be interested in that. So you continue your journey. That should not derail you. If there is a real love in the family, everybody will be considerate. That my husband likes this, so your wife, if it is reasonable, then she will go along with that. Okay, okay, well, let him do that. Maybe tomorrow you want to go and play cricket on the weekend, no? Or you want to play something and go with your friends. Those will be the different choices will happen. If your family has a love for you and good understanding, stable family, then it will work out very easily. That okay, so daddy goes there on Saturday or Sunday, or and the chapter is closed. So you got the. If the family is already broken or fragile, then the same little thing can become big issue. So you try not to break, you try to mend it, and get a path. And if it's a good path, you take other people with you.
Thank you very much, Dakshav. And as we conclude, I recollect the katha of Gajaraj. So he went for playing in the river with his family, and that also takes us to how his process of attaining Sharanagati resulted into. So kindly refer to it, and then we conclude.
I mean, these are the examples of a tremendous devotion to the Lord. When you first it is devotion, then you have 100%. That's what Saranagati, we mentioned those 6 steps, that I want to do what God likes, and God is my protector. So you have 100% conviction that God will protect me in any situation. So it is your guardian, it is your boss, it is your well wisher, that you have concluded, and you believe from the bottom of your heart. And once you have that, then the God is there for you to assist you in and depending upon how intensely you are dedicated, yes, God is will help you all the time. So he says that for a real devotee, I am his servant. So he really will make the path very clear. So that's what he tells Arjuna, that Chet sa sarva karmani mai sanyasya mat para buddhi yogam upasitya mat chitta satatam bhava. Be with the mind all the time with my presence or my consciousness. And what will happen? Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasadat tarisyasi. Athacha tum ahankarat nasrosyasi vinasyasi. He says two things, that with mind, with my consciousness, all the difficulties, mat chitta sarva durgani means all problem. Sarva durgani mat prasadat, with my great mat prasad tarisi. But if you go on your own with the ego, but atha ahankaram asritya, if you think that I won't do this, then vinasyasi. No, then it will destroy you. So that's where the ego is faded. No, by that time, when you are ready to be God's puppet, we become yes man to God. God, whatever you say is yes. You say, put on half pant, I'll put half pant. Put on uniform, I'll put on uniform. My joy is to serve you. That is the highest stage. So when you are ready to do, God will do everything for you, and
Beautiful.
that you experience in your life. And all the devotees, they experience these things in a different matras.
Absolutely. So let us increase the matra in which we can experience this, and remembering Surdas ji's pad, where I think he says, Baroso Dradaina Charanan Kero. And when, as Dr. Atul Chokshi ji was mentioning, we read the life history of the devotees, that also inspires us, and we get goosebumps sometimes.
and,
Just
and these are not fake stories, these are real stories, and they happened in for 300-400 years, 500 years. So there are documented records of that. So Mirabai was a queen, Mirabai was a devotee, and God helped her from every angle. Narsi Mehta was a great devotee, and God helped him from every angle. So these are not just stories, these are all examples for God put in, so that our faith becomes very solid.
wonderful. So, with solid faith and moving towards clarity of Sharanagati, as well as attaining Sharanagati with the help of a little bit of additional understanding that we got in this series. So, thank you very much, and we will have more conversations that helps us in becoming clear and intensifying our devotion. Such a pleasure sitting with you, Dr. Atul Chokshi ji. A real
Um,
blessing.
I,
Thank you very much. Pranam.
I hope it helped. Yeah.